Alright, Broncos fans, this is Noah Husky Hardcore coming out here with a real quick video. Talk a little bit about the San Diego Chargers game. I won't get into too many more of the post-game stuff, especially when we win. It's kind of hard to make a video about it. I mean, everybody's already seen the game. There's nothing really to complain about too much. Did have a little bit of problem trying to fumble in the ball. Not fumbling, but turnovers, interception was there too. And then the big thing that really happened was the big outcome that's going to hurt us now is Willis McGahee. He's out for, they're saying 4 to 6 weeks. Willis got hurt a few times last year. He's a good warrior. He came back after last year a couple of different times, a broken hand, and he'll battle through it and he'll be back. Kind of surprised that he's made it this far into the season without getting injured. He's just somebody that gets hurt, takes a lot of punishment. Hit a lot, and I picked up Ronnie Hillman in my fantasy league a couple weeks ago because I was like, it's got to happen. It's going to be about time. So it is happening. So we will get to see a lot of our young running back, Ronnie Hillman. Had a pretty decent day last week. Hillman did. I think he had 12 carries for 40-some yards. Let me get on here. 43 yards. His longest was a 20-yard run. Looked like he was going to be about to break it, and I don't know if he pulled up or even the announcers thought maybe he pulled a hamstring or something. I mean, he kind of let up. But he's got some speed, and I can't wait to see him get his shot. Lance Ball also had a really good day. He had 6 carries for 35 yards. Had a better average, obviously, there, and was actually a little bit more successful than Hillman at running the ball, and the two of them will be able to step in and take McGahee's place. And another good thing is we're getting to an easier part of our schedule when McGahee will be gone. So not that there's ever a good time to have injury, but this might be the good time to do it, especially playing against the Chiefs coming up, who I know quite a bit about living here in Kansas City, and I've never seen an organization that fall from grace and is now so horrible as them. But I'll get into Kansas City's problems a little bit later in this video if I don't just make a whole nother video, because God, you could talk a lot about Kansas City's problems. But going on to some other really good things I like to see during the game was it was a continuing from the game before, the third downs conversions. You see me talk about that before. Skim stop on third down, get the ball back to Manning, and we've done a really great job of that. And the Chargers have been having some problems this year, but they can throw up some yards offensively, and our defense has just held them in check. They're starting to hold everybody in check. Fantasy-wise, they're a defense you almost have to have on your team. I'd try to play matchups, but, well, we got to play the Chiefs twice. Actually, one time won't even matter because it'll be the last game of the season. Most fantasy leagues in before that. But we still got the Raiders again, and our defense is just going really good right now. Von Miller is at a whole nother level. It's nice to see. It's awesome. When we drafted him last year, I was pretty happy. Everybody was on Marcel Darius. So what I was hearing in Kansas City was our guy, and then I didn't hear anything about us drafting Von Miller until the day of the draft. And living here in Big 12 country, that kind of got me really happy. Held Phillip Rivers to 24 out of 40, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I wouldn't say that we relaxed at the end of the game, but they did get a lot of extra points at the end of the game. And for how much we dominated this game, it did end up 23 to 30. I don't like to let teams hang around. Because, if you let a team hang around, they will bite you. No matter how much we dominate them the whole game, you give somebody a chance and they start to feel it, they'll come back. Sorry, my dog's bothering me right now. overall, it was a really good day. We held them to just a little under 60 yards rushing. It looks like actually under 47, around 55 yards rushing. I don't got game stats on. I just got individual things here. And we did a really good job. Just a really good job defensively. Offensively was pretty nice. I didn't get to see the beginning of the game, so I didn't see Manning's his interception run back, which I want to complain to CBS. CBS got done with the early game, so then they switched to the dang Dallas Cleveland snoozer, which sucked. Then it went into overtime. Then I didn't even get to my freaking Broncos game until an hour into it. CBS, I don't know why they do that shit. I mean, that was a boring, crappy game. I don't know why they did that, but CBS really pisses me off. What really pisses me off is when they don't have the second football game on and they got bull riding or figure skating. I know there's some blackout rules and stuff with that, but come on. Really? I mean, you know how much... Why not just play football all day? Get the money from the advertising. It's a bunch of bull crap. But going back to the game. Spread the battle a lot, like always, does Peyton Manning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people had catches. 8 of them had more than one catch. McGahee just had one. I'm sure he would have had more if he didn't leave the game so early. Manning did a really good job passing the ball around. 25 for 42, 270 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then that pick. Really efficient day. Rushing, McGahee was 7 for 55. He was running the ball really good before he left the game. And I was hoping when he did leave to finally get to see what Hillman would do. And Hillman didn't really get a whole lot going right away. Later on in the game, he was able to break some outside. It's nice to see that he's a small little guy that they like to run up in the middle. And, I mean, that's where you'll take your one cut and be gone. But at times, I would have liked to see a swing, a sweep, or something outside just to utilize his speed and see what he could have done. And I think that's about all I'm going to talk about this game. Like I said, it was another great game. Dominated it pretty much throughout until late. But another big win for the Denver Broncos. We'll get ready for Kansas City coming up this week. Unfortunately for us, the two teams in the AFC that have better records than us, Patriots and the Texans, seem like they have pretty easy games, but man, who knows? I thought Jacksonville was maybe going to be able to get Houston, and we need them to get a couple losses. I think that we might run out the rest of the season. I know earlier videos I said we're going to probably lose 2 games because that's just how the NFL is. But Peyton Manning's a good enough quarterback and has been around for a while. That's why a lot of those teams in Indianapolis had 11, 12-win seasons. He knows, just like this week coming up against Kansas City, good teams keep losing teams losing. And right now, there's not much of a bigger losing team than there is in Kansas City. So I'll probably go on and try to make a Kansas City preview video here. I've been on vacation, so I hadn't been up to date. But good job, Denver Broncos, and we'll see what happens here coming up this week. Hopefully Ronnie Hillman and the Denver Broncos defense will give me a lot of fantasy points. I need a big win. I want the first round bye. Later.